What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only, the only one, DG the Chef, and today is Cinco de Mayo. So, cheers, mate. Today is going to be a walkthrough on a way you can stop corner routes. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so before we get into it, please, guys, if you can, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I appreciate every single sub and every single like we get on every video. This is going to be a video basically on how I go up against people who love to run corner routes. This is corner route either in gun bunch tight end, near close, anything, anybody who's throwing those corner routes. This is how I like to either shut them down or slow them down. Again, this is going to be a light version. A more in-depth version will go out to our tier 2 and above members. So if you would like to become a member, it's super easy. All you have to do is hit that join button at the very bottom of this video, and you can select tier 1, 2, or 3. Tier 1 gets all those cool emotes. Tier 2, you'll get to get member-only walkthroughs and videos, as well as all your emotes and loyalty badge. Tier 3, you can personally request a video or a walkthrough from me. I am going to have other Madden YouTubers come on this channel and give you guys walkthroughs. I'm reaching out to some MCS winners so they can come do videos on the channel to help you guys out. But enough self promo. You guys know we don't do that well on this channel. Let's get into how we shut down these corner routes. What I'm gonna do is come out and have the offense run a gun bunch tight end formation, and I'm pretty much gonna have him run corner routes. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use both joysticks. I'm gonna be offense and defense. I'm just gonna show you guys the different plays people like to run out of gun bunch and how I shut them down. If you want a more in-depth explanation of how I do this and I switch it up so people don't beat me, of course, go ahead and sign up for that membership. I don't even know who's on this squad right here. I went ahead and subbed a safety here in this big nickel formation, mainly because safeties have better coverage skills than linebackers, and they also aren't hit with that nerf jump ability. So on corner routes, they do have the ability to jump up, either knock the ball down or jump up and get the interception if they're playing underneath the receiver. That's why I normally like to have my safeties on the outside or corner. So you'll see here, I did substitute the linebacker out for safety here. And on this side, we also have another strong safety. So my first thing for you guys, if you're playing MUT, is get enough strong safeties to fill out big nickel or any other type of formation where you can substitute backers for safeties. That's your first tip. The next tip is basically you need to decide whether you're going to send pressure or if you're going to just play it safe because you have really good pass rushers. What I like to do is kind of do a little bit of both. I mix them up, but what we're going to do here is just pretty much how to shut it down if you're simply playing and letting the CPU do its thing. So I'm gonna run corner routes here with the offense, and I'm gonna show you guys my plays. And it's weird, guys, because I'm actually playing with the PlayStation controller, and I'm gonna show you basically how it looks without any intervention from me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, show play art. So we have the corner routes by Thielen and Randolph, and then Diggs is on the street, Johnson is on the street. This is normally how people run it, or they'll put Diggs on a underneath route to look like this. We're just gonna go ahead and keep Diggs on the streak here. And I'm not gonna make any adjustments on defense. I'm just gonna show you guys what happens without any intervention, okay? So you run the play, that happens. All right, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and get sacked, and then let's walk through it. So you walk in instant replay. This guy's in a deep thirds. He's deep thirds, and he's deep thirds, okay? You'll see that they're already about almost 8 yards off of this receiver and about 5 yards off from this receiver. This guy is staying super close to both of these guys to where he's giving up all of this space out here, and that's why these corner routes work so well, is because his zone is actually supposed to take him out here. But since both of the receivers are tight, he's staying tight with both of these receivers, okay? So once that guy breaks off, you'll see that since he didn't get his depth out here, he's breaking off right at his hip, and he has all this space to work out here. So what most people do is they take their quarterback, they go ahead and scramble out. And so now you'll see right here, they're gonna throw it, boom, he has about 8 yards away from the corner, and he's already beat the safety here. You'll see the safety's already left him alone. This guy is wide open. This is the natural design of cover 3 without making any adjustments. I would roll out and I would hit him somewhere out here, corner route completed, right? That's how cover 3 naturally works. So what happens if you start making adjustments to your defense? Well, let's do one more thing. Let's go ahead and put Diggs on a drag and put Johnson on a streak, and let's look at it on the left side. So the next thing most people do is they go ahead and they shift their line to the left, and then they're gonna go ahead and block their running back so they can get a little bit extra protection, shift to the left. And now let's see what we get over here. So now I'm gonna scramble out, boom. Now that guy really comes down, right? And we hit him. So when I get time, it's even worse, right? Because once your quarterback breaks the pocket, you'll see that once I break the pocket, look what happens to these two defenders. They're going to bite on him. And now we have 10 yards away from the nearest corner and the safety who's supposed to be covering deep here in cover 3. Once you get out the pocket, your outside defender, getting out the pocket pulls up your outside defender. So he's wide open, we complete the pass. If you're not making adjustments on defense, this is what's happening to you over and over and over again. So now I'm gonna start walking you through the simple adjustments you can make to at least slow down corner routes. The first thing we're gonna do is just play defense for a head. No, I'm joking, but we are going to play a little bit more defense. We're going to pull up our coverage adjustments and we're going to run sticks. So that is going to be your triangle or your Y button and then L1 or LB. What that's going to do is tell my corners or the people who are covering not to play match defense. And match defense is basically a man concept in zone depending on the route combination, okay? I'm not gonna walk through that too much, but I wanna show you. I press triangle and LB and let's walk through and see the difference in coverage that it makes. That's the first step. Okay, so here's the play art. We went ahead and pressed sticks and we're going to no longer run match coverage. We're gonna run sticks. And let's see how it changes the defense. All right, so now let's go look at it in instant replay. Here we are in instant replay. Again, the defense changed. They did one adjustment. All they did was run sticks. Let's look at this here. So the first thing we see here is that our backers don't care about these receivers, right? They're going naturally to their drop. His drop is a cover 3 hook curl drop. He's not covering flats, so this is a purple zone. You'll see that he's not staying tight to these receivers. He's going naturally to his drop, which is outside. So this already puts him in coming to take this guy. He's now midpointing this guy and this guy. He's at the midpoint, which is where we want him to be. And then this safety on this side does the same thing. Remember, when before we ran match, he stayed very close to both of these receivers. Look, he's already outside of him waiting for that corner route. He's in his zone and it doesn't matter what this receiver particularly does. He's gonna drop naturally to his zone. So that is the first adjustment that you're gonna make that puts your defenders in naturally a better spot to cover the corner routes. Now, the next thing we're going to do is not only run sticks to take away the match coverage, but we're also going to press that triangle or Y button again, and we're going to run over the top coverage. Now let's watch and see what naturally happens without me doing anything or trying to make this work when it doesn't really work. We're going to just see what happens when I make those adjustments on defense. So again, we see they just go ahead and get to their positions. Everybody's just in a better position to cover the route. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do, instead of having deep thirds, have deep quarters. Deep quarters will help you out cover those corner routes. And so it looks something like this. So all I did was I did YY or triangle. I clicked my corner, which is X, and I pressed over on the right stick. I do the same thing, click over on the right stick for B, and now they're in a quarters coverage versus a thirds coverage. And that's just going to keep him on the outside a little bit longer. So sticks over the top and go into quarters. The next best thing you can do, and this is the last step to covering almost any corner route, is go ahead, base align and press, okay? So we're gonna take all that, we're gonna base align and we're gonna press. So my audibles are base align, then click on my corners, quarters. So now it looks like this. So that I'll put them in quarter routes. I'm gonna press triangle again. I'm going to press LB to go sticks, press triangle again, and then go over the top. So I made adjustments to both my corners, and now I went over the top and I've pretty much base aligned. And if you're 100% sure it's pass, press L1 again and then go up into pass, okay? This is gonna just be better for your rushers and better for your coverage. Film study, shall we? All right, so here we go. So we've base aligned, we pressed, we went sticks, we put quarter routes on, and then we pressed over the top and we went pass. Now look at the difference in this. My safety or my purple route is already outside waiting for this guy or this guy to do something. This corner hasn't paid any attention to this guy, mainly because he's not in his zone. So he's already underneath. So when he makes that cut, look at him. So we've already went from him being here to him now being underneath that corner route. So that corner route is now covered. This is covered. This is also covered with a really good user. Now, I really don't like running it this much, because if you do go against a look that forces your safety, if you're running like a cover 3, it does put your safety in a bind. You'll see here that he's trying to pick which receiver to go. So at this point, I'll probably play with my backer, or I'll probably play with my safety just so I can make a better decision on which one of these receivers to cover. But you'll see even on this side, this corner is underneath this corner route. So more than likely that your opponent is not going to throw this. He's going to try to hit this, and you can keep that covered by either going cover 4 or playing with your safety and just you being in the middle of both of these guys, because he's going to have to throw it. And that's a, what, 5, 10, 15, 20. That's a 30-yard route. You should be able to use her and get to one of these guys. Okay. You'll see that when I come out the pocket, these guys still haven't committed yet. I'm already outside the pocket. I'm outside the pocket. They're staying where they are. They did not commit. That should be good for anybody coming back across this way. Okay. Again, this corner route covered here. This corner route covered here. The only openings that you're going to have are with these particular guys. And you can always, if you're in big dime, you can always man up one of these guys and then use your safety on the other one. But your corners are going to take care of these corner routes. Now, guys, that is a complete tutorial on how to shut down corner routes one way. There are multiple ways. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show members those ways on how I do it. I'm going to have them blitzes. I'm going to have them different schemes. I'm going to give them different hot routes and adjustments to make on defense to shut down corner routes and then deep post routes. I'm going to go through all of that on my members only channel. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button. We're going to do more stuff like this, and I hope this has been helpful for you. It's been your boy, Glitchy the Chef. It's been love. It's always love, and I'm out.